And we're back to the live streaming thingamajigs here on Facebook. So how is everybody? You're still hanging in there, right? We got another person in here. Whoa, look at that. What's up, Jared?
Great intro, Joe. It's probably the best you've had.
Thanks. I worked on it all day. Yeah. So we're talking some music tonight, right?
Yeah, we've been talking about old movies, and it might kind of blend into the show somehow. I don't know. It's always a pleasure to have Jared Padone on the show. He's about to play his first show in 17 years. Not sure if many people realize this. Jared was a homeless man about 10 years ago, right? And I was traveling to Philadelphia for business. And I was walking into a restaurant, and I saw a man on the street, and I tripped over his feet, and it was Jared Padone, and he reached out his hand to me. He just reached out. I grabbed that hand, and I mentored him. I helped him start a business. He started teaching drums to homeless men, and then he ended up going and actually teaching at a drum school. He ended up getting his own apartment. He even has a girlfriend today. Jared Padone, everybody. Thank you.
Every word was absolutely true.
100%.
100%. I did all those things. I did teach drums to the homeless.
Yep.
Gail is very excited that Jared is here.
Thank you, Gail. Nice to see you, Gail. Oh, I don't see you. Nice to see you chatting, Gail.
So yeah, how's everybody's holidays? Anybody do anything fun for holidays? Do you celebrate the holidays, or do you just say happy holidays because you have to?
Fuck the holidays. It's over. Don't got to worry about it for 11 and a half months.
I'm anti-holiday, Joe. You know, I'm allergic. Honestly, I'm allergic to holidays. A friend of mine was asking me about what's the root of that philosophy? Where does it come from? And I think part of it is because I feel like people treat holidays as the one day to like be nice or be loving or respectful to family and friends. Like they reserve that for that day to give them a gift. And then they don't treat them well the rest of the year. I don't know. That's maybe part of it. And it's just like, I'd rather just be a good person year round. You know, so I don't know.
I suppose that's all right.
Something like that.
What do you do for the holiday there, Mr. Padone?
You know, the family obligations. Everybody's got to do them. You know, a little half-assed, you know, light conversation, the ass out hug, you know.
Ass out hug.
The fake kisses?
Yeah,
don't get too close to me, you asshole.
Yeah, it's, you know, White Russians, though. There are White Russians, which is awesome.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know you were Russian.
You're on fire.
Anyway, musicians round table. So anybody is really welcome. Any musicians that are involved in our community are welcome to come. It's sort of an invite only, but if you're really interested and you really want to be here, you can get in touch with me, and you know, you can hang out with these really cool people. I'm really glad Jared's here, because otherwise it would just be me and Dave again, and that's just kind of boring.
Oh, horrible.
I bore myself to death, let's put it that way. But we're changing the guard. We got Mr. Gonzo on the controls. Mr. Hicks had to go eat some dinner and stuff. So Be Easy was going to be here. I'll let you elaborate a little bit more on the mixtape thing, Dave. Maybe we can listen to a song. We can come back and talk about it.
Let's listen to a song first. We'll
listen to a tune, and then we'll come back and talk about mixtapes and the tune that we listened to. So this is a submission that just came along through the website. You can submit your music for free on the website, and we will eventually listen to it. You can go to indiemusicplus.com/submit-music, and you can submit your music there in all of the wonderful forms. This is a random one that I came across. This girl's name is JaQuandice. I couldn't find much about her online except for her personal Facebook, and that's how I knew it was her. This song, I think, is called Black.
I'm like, you a goddamn lie. You do not know me, so don't even goddamn try. I'm not your acquaintance, so I'ma be goddamn dry. Every goddamn time. You niggas be frontin' like we go back, but I don't know goddamn why. Listen, my problems. Got this one on my line and won't stop fucking calling. Talking about trying to catch up. Funny cause we don't have a history. Catch up from what? Like why you do that? Tell all these people that you and me used to be friends. Why you do that? Seek for attention and try your best not to give in. Why you do that? Hustle for followers trying to cap off of me. Text me, I miss you, I miss you, I miss you, I miss you. But how the fuck can you miss me? I ain't this shit, but be the real thing. She know I'm the real, that'll never change. I never been the one. Try to explain when you catch the feels. I'ma sip on this drink, easing my brain. I got real shit stressed about, girl, I ain't worried about shit. Remember how they used to sleep on me, now I ain't worried about shit. I got real shit stressed about, girl, I ain't worried about shit. Remember how they used to sleep on me, now I ain't worried about shit. I found me a new thing, I'm not as lost as you think. Got plenty chain in the fact, well, I'm headed straight to the bank. So I found me a new thing, I'm not as lost as you think. Got plenty chain in the fact, well, I'm headed straight to the bank. It's a goddamn shame. We'll do anything to be seen, you a goddamn lame. I don't understand all these niggas the goddamn same. Who is the goddamn blame? Had none of you niggas when I was down, and now you won't go. Yeah.
Tell us about how deep you're feeling. That was JaQuandice.
I have a lot of thoughts. I mean, JaQuandice is my middle name. I mean, that's kind of ironic right there, but
that's not ironic. That was meant to be.
Yeah, maybe it's fate. But I'm thinking stream of consciousness here. I was thinking about our business, Joe. You know, I mean, we're getting a little gaga, luscious, googly-eyed with our own business. Look what we have created. That's what we were saying last week. But it crept up again because I'm listening to the song. I'm like, this doesn't even make our main show. And I liked it. I mean, that like that. I'm like, shit. Like, what does that mean? Does that mean like we're growing so fast where we can't even? This song doesn't even qualify.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean that I don't know. That's just.
We're getting a lot of submissions.
I know, but it's like, what does that say? It's just like making me think a lot about this. Because I don't know, I like the song, dude. It's got a nice mood. She has a cool like rap style.
Little Ridley in there.
Yeah, there was a little Ridley, but I only say that because I don't have many female rappers to refer to. Part of it's because we know her music, but I mean, I guess my only critique not awesome here would be that I think the background music became the star, like in the song, where I don't think it should ever be the star of the song, like in this genre, right? Like the beat and the mood, I was like vibing with that. I was cool with that, and I forgot that she was singing a few times. So how can that ever be a good thing? That would be my question.
Well, one of my things about this song is, yeah, all that you said, but also the melody. It didn't really make me want to sing it or anything like that. Like it was just sort of like it didn't go anywhere. It was repetitive. There wasn't any this, that, and that. You know, it was just a lot of the
yeah, but I know, but it
didn't go anywhere for me.
There's no part of the song that I would say is bad.
No, not at all. Not at all. It just didn't, structure-wise, it just didn't go anywhere for me.
Jared, come in, dude. I mean, are we making sense or what? Do you understand what I'm saying here?
Style thing, the monotonous melody of like I wouldn't call it quite R&B. It is, but it's not. It's, I don't know. It's just that style. It just sits. There's no real progression of melody or anything like that you want to grab onto. That's not what that whole style is about. Like, it's her, it's the lyrics, it's her voice. That's it. It was vibe. The vibe was good. I like it. I like the tempo. I like the feel. Yeah. I like the drum part. I like whatever was going on in production was nice. It was all done.
I know, dude. That's what I want to like touch on. Is that what's interesting about this? We have a song here where there's nothing wrong with the production. It's like it's great production. It's like, so what's the problem? I'm sure many people would ask. It's like,
well, there's no depth to it, you know.
Yes, but I say this all the time. But you listen to different music for different reasons, right? That's in a genre where I hate to say it sounds mean. I don't want it to be mean, but it's background stuff. Like when I'm listening to certain kinds of music, I don't want. It's the reason, like I listen to classical music, I listen to romantic music and all that stuff. You can't listen to Wagner and Debussy all the time because there's such radical ramps in dynamic and intensity and all that stuff that like you can't just clean your house and listen to Stravinsky. It's too much.
Are those rappers?
Yeah, they're all rappers.
No, Jared. But
like that right there. I don't want to drop the cheesy cliche lovemaking comparison, but like that's background music that's static. It's a good vibe and it stays there.
You made the point, right? So it's like, what would be a recommendation? Like more energy in her delivery? I mean, what else is there to say here?
Variety, I would say.
Give me a 12-song album and I'll tell you, because like it comes down to a fucking killer hook. Like that's what like I was like a Badu album, like an Erykah Badu album. It's just that those 4 songs just have hooks that like the dynamic's not crazy. Nothing's really radically different. It's just those hooks are so good.
Okay.
That's it. That was cool. It was there. It was like 75.
I think that's it. I think that's it right there. It's like just no hook. Like once the song ends, what is sticking in your brain? Nothing. So if nothing is staying in your mind, what did you achieve like as an artist in that song? It was just like a nice atmosphere that people will not rush to add you on Spotify. If there's a hook in there and something's like, that's sticking with me and it's catchy. I want to listen more. So I don't know. I think that's it, really.
Yeah, I guess that's the one thing you were saying with the no intensity, no depth on the vocals. It's because like if they had that one part of the vocal where it jumped out and it said that's the fucking song right there, you know, like that's the memorable part. Then you'd go back and re-listen for days.
Yep.
I mean, I only listened to 2 minutes of that song. Maybe it's hidden somewhere. But yeah, hooks. Lyrically, dynamically, melodically, hooks. It's what we all want.
Yep, we want to be able to re-sing it. So here's a song that you're going to really re-sing over and over and over again. I got to say, I love this song. I was really, I was taken by this one. And so was Jared while he's listening. If you've ever done the bathtub boogie, then you know what I'm talking about. This is Kondrashoff.
Bathtub boogie, boogie woogie, bathtub boogie.
Would you be so inclined to want a bath, come boogie? I hope you don't think I'm way out of line. To want a bath, come boogie. We're having plenty of laughs, not to mention the wine. Let's have a bath.
Boogie woogie, bathtub boogie.
Come boogie.
Boogie woogie, bathtub boogie.
Good clean fun, that's all it will be. I give you my word, I guarantee. My intention, if you must know, is as pure as the driven snow. I know just the place. It's right down the street. Well, we can bath.
Have a bath.
Jump boogie. as the driven snow.
Bathtub boogie.
That was your move. That was your move, Dave. Bathtub boogie.
That's Leslie Nielsen, man.
I was taken by this song. I gotta say, it's a very catchy tune, well written, pretty well produced. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? I'm kind of speechless on this one.
All right. I'll just say, how do you critique this song without knowing the story behind it? Like, is this released yesterday, or is this just like maybe a 40-year-old band that they just like sent in a song that they haven't touched in 40 years? Like, I don't know how to critique that, because Jared.
Yeah.
Come on, Jared. Don't leave us hanging here, man. Come on, save the night.
I mean, what? Same thought? Like, how do we go into this without knowing how old the song is?
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. That's the age of the recording is not at all the main issue.
What? All right, what is? I'm dying to know.
Intent. What is it supposed to be?
What's it about?
No, I don't care about what it's about. It's obviously about the bathtub.
Where did it come from?
No, is this a kids thing? Is this a comedy thing? Is this a Weird Al kind of thing? Is it like where?
Yeah.
What is
That's
it?
part of
I wasn't
it.
really sure.
How do you know? It's like, how do you do critique? Like, if this is a comedy song that was released yesterday, where it was meant to sound like the 50s, yet it's about, I don't know, like having a seizure in a bathtub. I don't, like, what do you want us to do here, guys?
Boogie in the bathtub, man.
I mean, if we have to use our powers of deduction here, you have to know this is not, a serious masterpiece.
Okay.
This is for licensing, I guess.
When do you think it was recorded?
I don't know, 6 months ago.
Really?
Yeah. Sounds
I mean,
decent enough. Doesn't sound dated.
You almost have to give him kudos for making it sound like it was from the 50s.
Well, that's just the whole,
That's
whatever.
the whole shtick.
Yeah. Whatever they took their 50s boogie woogie stuff going. Like they took that and they duplicated it. It sounds too good to be from the old time.
Yeah, I think it's newer, definitely.
Yeah. But
So, Dave, what'd you learn about mixtapes recently?
Oh yeah. Let's go into mixtapes. Mixtapes were
Define the mixtape for me.
well, I mean, shit.
That's part of it, yeah, but
I think here's the question: is in the definition of a mixtape, is it basically a rap demo? I think that's probably what people may not understand. Like, if they're not rappers or hip hop guys, and it's like a mixtape. Okay, a tape. All right, no one's doing a tape. No one's doing tape these days. Well, mixtape, is that like a kind of a street phrase for rap demos? And is it that simple? Or is it, I mean, why don't you answer that, Joe?
well, you and I talked about it the other day. Like, in my opinion, from my vast rap hip hop background,
It's huge. Yeah.
from being from Indiana and stuff. No, just my experience as far as a mixtape goes, just being in the industry. As far as I know, as far as I understand, mixtape in general, it can be a lot of different things, but the basic definition of it is it's a project that rappers or R&B singers even put together of beats that aren't necessarily made for them, but they might take them off the internet or buy them or something, or not be able to necessarily sell them, which is why they make it a mixtape that's available for free on Spinrilla or DatPiff or whatever. But it's basically like a rap demo, or just a way to take common beats that everybody's hearing and put their own spin on it, in a sense too.
Jared, how would you define it?
Yep. They're not yours. They're not your beats, but you use them. You do your own thing over them.
Yeah.
You put them out, and you can't legally sell them.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's basically, it's a recording that you want to get feedback, and it's maybe something you would hand to a producer or a label in the hopes that they would work with you on an album.
Or they'll just use to build a following with. And the thing about rappers that are living, without the means to record their own beats and their own raps and stuff, is they either buy them or very cheaply, or they get them from friends, or
Right.
they just totally rip off a instrumental beat of like Dre or somebody like that, and they do their own thing over it, but they can't sell it. So, and that's the whole thing with SoundCloud right now, is the remix thing and the being able and putting up mixtapes that aren't technically legal, but people are putting them up there and getting recognition for them and getting plays and stuff. But all the people that actually made that music is like, well, that's my beat. Why am I not getting paid for that on SoundCloud?
Yeah.
So, does that make any sense?
It does to me. I mean,
Why are you laughing, Jared?
No, I'm just enjoying the conversation.
I'm just trying to get at the core of like why people do it. Like, why would an artist make a mixtape and not just create an album? Because maybe it's low budget, they don't have the budget, and they want to get the notice of someone that they want to work with. They want to start building their fan base because they want people to see that they have skills, even though that they're rapping on top of.
It's a portfolio. It's just like
a business card,
yeah. And then when you can't pay for anything, you do a mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
You get around it. You get your little SM58 and your whatever.
Some people even do them on their phones. They'll get a beat, they'll use their iPhone to use their.
Yeah, and you just steal someone else's beat and you do a verse over it. Everyone could. Not everybody, but most people could download, Audacity or whatever, and get a 4-beat loop of a beat that they like, maybe an 8-beat loop from an instrumental, the outro or something like that, and they just grab that and loop it, and then just do an entire song over the beat from,
Yeah, and I've been thinking about all the scenarios where someone would want to do that, where it's like
it's free promo, man. Imagine having a song like the bed, the guitar, bass, drums, vocal, piano, everything, percussion laid out for you, and you just have it for free, and you just write a song over it in a few hours, and finish, and you have just something to hand out now.
But exactly, so a scenario would be you're a young rapper, and it's like you like to rap at parties, and then you decide to rap over just a loop, that someone else created, and you record it. And all your friends tell you, man, you got skills. It's like, yeah, you should do something with that. And then you actually record it, you put it down. It's like, yeah, I'm rapping on top of this loop. What do you guys think? And they don't want to spend, $5,000 in the studio to do an album. They just they want something to give to people where it's like, what do you think? What do you think of my skills? Do I got what it takes? Do you want to play in my band? I mean, it's actually something to hand to potential band members, right? Because, you want to rap and you don't have a band, but you want to throw some stuff down.
Yeah, exactly.
And you've never used GarageBand, or you never mixed, but it's like, I want to put something down. Let me just do a mixtape and put it out there.
Yeah.
So Okay.
Cool. So now that you know what a mixtape is, now you can come out with one yourself. I want to say hello to some people. We got Gail. Jeff Adams was saying GD a lot. I don't know what that meant. I don't know if he's still here. Carlos Phoenix, Bobby Stamps. My nephew is actually here tonight. Philip, I'd like to welcome him. He had a little word on the mixtape thing. He said it's like a set of samplers from hip hop producers. Yeah, exactly. My nephew Phil was actually here today, and I kind of just showed him how to use my recording stuff. The dude's 19, hasn't really had a formal music lesson in his life other than like high school training, which, you know, he's awesome. Sat down, and him and my other nephew Tom just sat down and wrote a song together on Studio One. It was freaking awesome to watch. So welcome to those guys. Why don't we listen to some more music, guys, unless you have something to say about mixtapes. That was in fall.
Let's do it.
All right. So really no more hip hop tonight. We're going to listen to, this is Steve Edwards. He's also known as Bard of Eli, and this is his song called Ever Yours.
It was on summer's day, not long ago, that I met my girl, and I love her so, that I met my girl, and I love her so. Was it because she looked so fine, or the way that she smiled left me so enraptured, totally beguiled, left me so enraptured, totally beguiled. My days are filled with wonder, and my love's growing still. Ever since I surrendered, and I always will. Ever since I surrendered, and I always will. Is it because of the little things she does, or the way that she smiles?
And that's Steve Edwards, the Bard of Eli, with Ever Yours. I'm JoJo Key, sitting here with Ninth Floor Mannequin and Mr. David Werba. What'd you guys think?
What'd you think of the drums, Jared?
4 on the floor. That's it.
Go ahead, honey.
Boom, boom, boom. The drums, they were fine.
Just fine. That's it.
The drums, they did exactly what they were supposed to do. There's acoustic guitar and 4 on the floor, just stompy stuff. It was cool. The arrangement was really not the important thing at all.
Well, what was?
It's an acoustic rock song. It's that I got more than anything from the singer. I got Michael Stipe. I got some REM from that. It's acoustic, you know. It's just acoustic songwriter stuff. It's cool, you know. Like you were saying with the R&B track, I was a much bigger fan. What was the name again? The singer from the first song.
JaQuandice?
JaQuandice. It was like you were saying, like it was kind of static, like it didn't really cut or anything. That right there was the equivalent for me for that. Like it just stayed with that one little melody line, and it was an easy resolution. It was nice and major, and it was just 4 on the floor, and it just went. I mean, it was cool. It was well done, I guess.
You guys ever live in the suburbs?
Yeah.
Joe, suburbs? I
No,
live in the
I'm from the
suburbs.
country and straight, and then I lived in the city. I like living.
You
in the
ever go to like the suburbs, 30,000 people in the town? You got a nice bar. It's about 10:30 p.m. People drinking,
Yep.
had a rough week at work, playing darts, little pool in the background. You got a nice little bowl of pretzels in front of you. You're watching the football game in the background.
Steve
And
Edwards in the corner.
There's a guy in the corner.
Probably in the window in the front of the place.
In the front, and he's playing some music. The sound system is not that great, and there you go.
I'm not musically, but culturally, for me, my biggest pet peeve is Jack and Diane by John Mellencamp. I hate that song.
As a cover, what do you mean?
No. Like I said, culturally, like the vibe that it gets. The people who love Jack and Diane, it's not
like,
where
the heartland, the farmers. What
FarmersOnly.com.
I'm not down with Jack and Diane with John Cougar Mellencamp. And this is like, I don't know this musician. It seems, nice enough. That's not where I hear it. And I'm just like, look, yeah. Like, I don't get into that. It's cool. It's not like JaQuandice. I was like, all right, I don't care what she's singing about. I can get into this. This is good. But not so much the John Cougar.
Sure.
That's just all I have on that.
Yeah, I don't want to. I mean, yeah, I hear you. I don't want to rip on them, I guess, too much because it's not. No part of this critique is like, oh, that was horrible. It's just kind of that the vibe I get is just that like small town acoustic guy, just kind of jamming at a club and everyone. It's just kind of like a low energy, but I mean, hey, it's like, it's clear that he plays and he sings live and, he does his thing and it's cool and he enjoys it. Great. But all this recording did for me is just kind of capture that scene. And it's not like, to me, it's not like, hey, this is a single or I'm making an album and I want to sell it and I want to tour type of thing. Which, I mean, that might not even be the goal when that artists have when they submit their song to us. They may just want to kind of hear what we have to say about it, which is fine, man. Like that's fine. So it's like these are our thoughts on it.
Yeah, the funny thing is, like, I played with a lot of like really loud bands. Split bills with them, and then you listen to their record on the drive home from the show because you guys do the merch trade when you give each other CDs and shirts and shit. And you listen to the drive home, and you're just like, wow, they're really not as good as I thought they were. Like I thought they were good.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
This guy, like, I could see him somehow falling into that category because I know this isn't like shredding, loud, fast, face melting stuff, but like I could see it being a vibe with the beer and the TVs in the window.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you listen to it on the way home, you're just like,
Part of this recording for me too is it was just like a guy and his guitar. There wasn't any flash to it. There wasn't any mixing even. It was almost just like he just sat down with a tape player, put
it's one of the,
just did it. So
it sounded like it was an acoustic guitar in a bedroom with the mic relatively far away from it.
Yeah.
But
cool. So any other thoughts or words of wisdom on this tune?
I'm sorry.
No, I'm like really trying to put myself in the life of this artist, like, because he records his stuff, so maybe he wants something to give to a restaurant 10 miles away where maybe they haven't heard him, and then they listen to his tape. Okay, all right, nice sound. It's like, yeah, come on and play Thursday night. We're gonna have like a dinner special. We'll give you a couple $100.
Well,
it's like, cool. So it's like it has a purpose. It has a purpose that he recorded it.
Yeah.
Because that's what he wants to do, and that's cool. So it's like, in that sense, great.
In that mindset, it comes down to one simple thing: just get a producer who works in the genre.
If he wants to like go to another level, though, You know?
Yeah, no, I mean, even if he wants to book stuff, if he wants to get an EPK that's solid and he could send around to wherever, like if you get a producer who works in that genre who can get your guitar sounding right, maybe as cliche as it is, get like a pedal steel or something in there, you know, some backup vocals, something, you know,
Mhm.
it can just take us to the next level so quickly because there's not a ton to that genre arranging wise, you know, just have it sound better.
It's 4 chords.
Yeah, I mean that comes down to engineering stuff and production, but yeah, I don't know, spruce it up, put some other instruments in it. I think it could serve its purpose for sure, much better with a little bit more effort on the recording side.
Cool. So let's go ahead and move on to the next tune and the last tune of the night. Everybody that's watching, I'm glad you're here. We got a few people here. Go ahead and share this out if you don't mind. If you're on the replay, share it out too. That'd be cool. Share it with a friend. The Bogart Jones Band and their song "Miserable." Let's take a listen to that.
Cross might have more fun, but they surely got a way of making me miserable. Boy, you don't quite know hell till you fall and then you fail to let go. All too miserable. Woman, I am really waste away. Hey, I'm a sucker for the bitch behind the smiling face of will. For me to let it real, I'm doing it again. I'm hooked on miserable. I'm a junkie to the pain. I fall in love with miserable. Oh, I can't explain. I'm so comfortable. Everyone I meet, they all start out so sweet. Their love made me completely miserable. Yeah, I'm a magnet to the crazy bitches, the hippie chicks, the golf, the riches, specialized demonizing me.
Song "Miserable." These guys seem to really have a big fan base. Every picture I see of them at a show is in front of a huge crowd of people. So I don't know. Somebody likes what they're doing. They kind of remind me a little bit. If I were to compare them to somebody we've worked with recently, I would say maybe Fletch. And they're also from Chicago, so I think Fletch should hook up. Fletch Towel Band should hook up with Bogart Jones Band.
Fletch Towel, yeah.
Chicago.
Fletch Towel has a much better production and mix for sure. These guys, not surprised that they pull a crowd. You know, it's a nice sound. I mean, that their niche is the rock country crossover. In terms of a recording, to me, the vocals sounded pretty low here.
Very low.
That in this style of music, man, it's all about the voice. It really is. And he doesn't have a bad voice. He's got a cool voice, but one more thing on the diction and kind of like I don't know, his accent, so to speak. Like it sounded like he was not raised country. It sounded like he was like raised, somewhere else, but
Chicago suburbs.
maybe Chicago, and then he liked country and he started singing country because I think you can notice with country artists the male voice when they start singing, it's like, oh, that the guy is just like Southern, like to the core. Every single word that he says is obviously Southern. And I didn't notice that with this band, yet it's a country rock band. I think that was kind of interesting. What do you think, Jared?
I I first off, let me say, same kind of idea as the last one. Like, this isn't exactly what hits home for me, genre-wise. It was done better than I think that you think it was. Like, I don't mind. I like the production. Vocals sat in a fine spot.
You thought it was a okay level for the vocals.
Yeah, I thought it was, I mean, I had no issue hearing lyrics. That's usually my telltale. I did not once have to go back to re-understand the lyric. It was kind of slurring, and I still heard everything clear enough. I had no real issues with the mix or anything. The one thing that bothered me arrangement-wise, again, this is me being myself and annoying. I understand that you have a good slide guitar player, but that's so much of it. There was so much of it. It just becomes like Epcot Center, twangy, like, like a spoof of a genre. I know you need a lot of slide guitar for country, like a lot, but that was a lot. And it just didn't stop, and it was real, vibrato-y and real,
Okay.
open tuning slide stuff. And it was just like, that's cool.
So you don't mind the slide in songs if it's subtle?
I use slide all the time in my stuff. I mean, not that that means anything, but like, there's a time and a place to like let something step out. And once the singer's singing, chill with the slide. Slide's very distracting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's times to chill on the slide.
You could do intros, you could do interludes, you could do solos, you could do little, harmonies and stuff like that. But after every single thing that singer sang, it was just wow.
Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking that might be what kind of pulled me away on the vocals, was that once he started singing, there was still too much going on.
Yeah, it's a lot, but like I said, that's just a personal thing. I may be being crazy because I don't listen to the genre that much, but it just gets a little distracting. But I mean, otherwise, like I said, I had no real other issues with the mix and the levels. They sound like they would draw because it sounds like they have money, because the thing sounds like it has a lot of thought put into it and people who know what they're doing. But it just happens to not be right up my alley exactly.
Sure. And that's okay, because this is a safe place. This is a safe place to say what you want to say about music in a safe place and be safe in a safe place. Okay. Yeah. So good.
I could do it.
I think I could do that.
Anybody?
All right, man. We've been hour 40 of like Indie Music Plus tonight.
I know. I'm about beat. I'm about ready for bed. Yeah, this is good. This is good. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday. And New Year's Eve is coming up here. We got 2017 or 2017, however you want to say it. It's going to be the year that I become a millionaire. I'll tell you that right now.
At least in valuation, man.
At least in valuation, but what is that exactly? I mean,
Well, and then Jared Padone, the first Night Floor Mannequin show is coming up. That's pretty exciting.
Tell us a little bit about that. If anybody's in your area, when can they go see it and hear it and stuff?
Philadelphia, Northern Liberties, January 20th at Bourbon and Branch. It should be good. I hope so. It's going to be a fun show. It'll be just fine.
How are practices going?
Good. I just met with the guitarist earlier and the other guitarist like a week ago, and the keyboard and bassist a week before that. And then we're all starting full band stuff starting next week.
Oh, so you haven't had a full band practice yet?
No, everybody knows their parts. Everybody knows, because it's 5 singers. It's 2 guitars, bass, and drums. And
that's gonna be really cool to hear what you recorded live for the first time. Well, it hasn't happened yet.
There's a little Instagram thing that I put up like last night. That's this MIDI controller, this trigger pad, and I loaded some of the sounds from the recording sessions onto it. So I'm going to be playing some of the sounds from the song recordings from the drum set while I'm singing and playing. So it's going to sound like the songs and everything. Just
cool.
Live people. Should be fun.
Awesome. I might be there. We'll see. Yeah. So let's see. Let's wrap this up then, I guess. We'll do Indie Music Live episode 55 on Tuesday night, 9:30. We have Mr. Ricky Mercer as our featured artist and some other music. And then next Thursday night, the week from now, I will actually schedule the post so you can get reminded. Go ahead and subscribe to our events on Facebook and turn on our notifications on Twitter, on Instagram, and all that good stuff. We're on YouTube as well. Go ahead and go over there and subscribe. Any last words tonight, gentlemen?
No. At JoJo Keys. That's the Twitter handle. I'm at David Werba. Jared is at A Jelly Electric.
Yep. Not Ninth Floor Mannequin, not Jared Padone, A Jelly Electric.
Here's my final thought, Jared. Have you seen Black Mirror?
Yeah.
What I mean, dude, I just watched a couple days ago. It's like
I've been told like that's the next thing you're gonna write about, right? And I was like,
no,
okay.
well, I mean, shit, dude. Like Twilight Zone, it's like that. There's a major flavor there, but it was the way that the stories are developed is pretty cool, man. I really liked it.
They're saying like, oh, you're made to write for Black Mirror because it's more.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, okay, yeah, maybe I'll get to it. I mean, that's I don't know. I might do it.
Well, let us know. You guys go get a room now, and we'll see you next week. Thank you, Sam, for pushing the buttons and Light and Audio Visual. Y'all have a great and happy, safe New Year.
Mm-hmm.